Bonsoir. Good evening. Good evening. I'm Ben Sidran, and tonight we celebrate the music and the spirit of Charles Christopher Parker. You know, it's amazing that a young artist who died so many years ago at such an early age could continue to have such a strong influence on us all. But that, of course, is the measure of true art. It does live on. John Hendricks and Company, featuring on piano, Larry Goldings, on bass, Ty Mitchell, on drums, Jimmy Cobb, and vocals by Michelle Hendricks, Aria Hendricks, Kevin Burke, Judith Hendricks, and the one and only John Hendricks and Company.
First time I let them spot me, they came right in and got me. They brought me so much sorrow, like there was no tomorrow. They got me blowing their blues away. They used me for their fun, and now Hootie's got talking about Hootie. He calls the blues by their first name. He's known them for so long, they're part of the family. Like an old friend you see. Certainly back home, certainly the country. Soon as day is done, they say good morning, and then you got you for another whole day. Figured out they never will go away. Hootie Blues by Jay McShann and his orchestra. And a young 19-year-old cat playing the alto saxophone, Charles Parker Jr., Kansas City, Missouri. Charlie Parker. Charlie Parker changed my whole life. There I was, ensconced in the University of Toledo, studying the law, you know, going to be a famous lawyer. And Bird comes to town, and I had always been singing, you know, all through law school. I had a little band that I worked with that night. So he came through, and I had been singing, you know, scat and that kind of stuff since my days without Tatum when I was 14. And so I asked him if I could scat with him, and he said, yeah. So I went up on the bandstand, and I scattered, of course, after McKinley Durham. And I started off the bandstand, and Bird literally reached out and pulled my coattail, you know, and said, so I went over and sat down next to him, you know, while what's his name's playing, Kenny is blowing, and we had this fast bandstand conversation, like, what are you doing? I'm studying law. You ain't no lawyer, what am I? You're a jazz singer. What does that mean? Well, you gotta come to New York. I don't know anybody in New York. Well, you know me. Where will I find you? Just ask anybody. What kind of cat is this? 2 years and 4 months later, I go to New York, I call up Joe Carroll. I said, where's Bird? He said, he's 125th Street and 7th Avenue at the Apollo Bar. So I walk in the bar 2 years and 4 months after this 7-minute bandstand conversation, and he's playing The Song Is You, and I walk by, he says, hey, John, how you doing? You want to sing some? I couldn't believe it. The man changed my life. He was Bird. Heard it every way, a dog will have to stay. But when it comes to wailing dogs, ain't got a word to say. Well, they can do the wait, 'cause I ain't hesitate. The future's round the corner, so for now I'm gonna play. Now's the time to wail, not later, but right now's the time. Right now's the time. Michelle Hendricks. Thank you very much, Charles Parker Jr. Here's Charles Parker Jr., composer, Billy's Bounce.
I love to hear a bunch of cats like a groove, knocks me out, makes me move, tell you what I'm talking about. They get to cooking one of them fancy blues. Don't really make no difference who's the one I always choose. We'll get it every ounce. Billy's Bounce, Billy's Bounce. The blues are generally known to be very sad, crying a drag, never glad, really in a sorrowful bag. But this one's different, it's a real happy blues. Don't really make no difference who's the one I always choose. We'll get it every ounce. Billy's Bounce, Billy's Bounce.
And I played the blues even though plenty is happening, nothing to be sad. Hollering out for pity ain't the way I was taught the blues back there in Kansas City. There's plenty of times the blues that I was crying had no tear to my eye. Whoever heard of such a thing as a happy blues? They usually mean you're paying some big dues. Whenever I get the blues, if I go down swinging. Gonna have as loud as I can, cause I don't want to say it down as like a man. Whoever would play the blues, I'm singing. So take it from me, plenty of people think the blues have got me trouble. A fella can sing the grooviest blues and never be sad. Just dig the blues I sing to prove it. There's many a reason I could be unhappy. Crying tears will try to get you wasting time, what a crime.
That's what the wise men always say, and you know you're in trouble when you hear the scoffers starting to scoff. There's something off. Oh, something's off. That's how you know when you hear the bugle start to blow, and when they get to blowing their horn of blood, time to quit the spot. Blues have got some hues that the face is spread, and they're called them dues. Some blues will make you see red, and some other blues will get you in a deep magenta song. And when you're singing in the rain and in the mood tonight, complain. I love to hear a bunch of cats like a groove, knocks me out, makes me move, tell you what I'm talking about. They get to cooking one of them punchy blues. Don't really make no difference who's the one I always choose. We'll get it every ounce. Billy's Bounce, Billy's Bounce. The blues are generally known to be very sad, quite a drag, never glad, really in a sorrowful bag. But this one's different, it's a real funky blues. Don't really make no difference who's the one I always choose. We'll get it every ounce. Billy's Bounce, Billy's Bounce.
Hey, thank you, Michelle Hendricks.
Thank you.
Larry Golding, Tyler Mitchell, Jimmy Carr. Here's Charlie Parker in a real Kansas City mood. Parker's mood. Now you'll see how it was for me in Kansas City. I'll play me some funky blues I heard in Kansas City. Downhearted a spunky blues, a Kansas City ditty, talking about that nightlife, talking about uptight life, talking about where blues is the only color scheme. A lot of living up an awful lot of blue, living up and up like a lot of people do. I believe in sharing my experiences with you and playing you plenty of the prettiest bluesiest phrases while singing the music's praises.
Out of the blue, sure are pretty. I can remember when I heard the first of all the many kinds of blues that I've ever heard. I was just about 7, but the music sent me to heaven, and I heard what the blues were saying to me. They were setting me free, as free as I'd ever be. They say your body is down while leaving you up in the spirit, heaven bound. That's the reason everybody will understand them when they hear all of the soul, all of the beauty. It's the main part of the blues. It's true for me, and it's true for Kansas City. My oration on such a solid foundation. That's what we call the blues, which we know is just another name for music that we were singing in church. It doesn't matter whether we went to church or not. When you experience a certain kind of soul-stirring sound that hit to you and make you feel you're high in the sky with your feet on the ground. You will find you in a predicament that is common to the payers of dues, the ones that get the blues the least enjoyable, most exotic of views. There you see how it was for me in Kansas City. Thank you, Larry Golden. Michelle Hendricks rejoins us on the bandstand. And we perform another composition by Charlie Parker, but this one has a lyric. And the lyric is by lyricist Charlie Parker. Here's Bird's lyric to his Yardbird Suite, which he retitled for lyrical purpose, What Price Love? Charlie Parker. It's hard to learn how tears can burn my heart, but that's the thing that I found out. Too late, I guess, 'cause I'm in a mess. My faith has gone, I'll just go on my way. I thought there'd be no price on love I had to pay. If I could perform a miracle, I'd be back to go as we share. Yet I know that it's hopeless, you can never really care. That's why I despair. I'll go along, hoping someday you'll learn. The flame in my heart, dear, forever will burn. like a perform a miracle. I'll be glad to represent. But I know that it's hopeless. You never really can. That's why I spend. I'll go along, hoping someday you'll learn the pleasure my heart did. Forever will work. Hey, Jimmy Powell. Brian Mitchell. Larry Golding. Michelle Hendricks.
Papa!
Je vous remercie, vous êtes bien gentil. Maintenant, la musique classique américaine, American classical music. Charlie Parker with strings, done in vocalese. Here's Matt Dennis's Everything Happens to Me, Charles Parker Jr.
This song we come without bad luck. I have no luck at all.
Lately I make a date for golfing. You can bet your life it rains. I try to give a party, but the folks upstairs will complain. I guess I'll go through life just catching colds and missing trains. Everything wrong happens to me. On top of that, I haven't missed a thing. I've had the measles and the mumps. And when I lay face down, well, my partner's ready to trump. I guess I'm just a fool who never looks before he jumps. Everything is always happening to me.
At first I thought that love would end this jinx for me. That love would find a way to end despair. But now I just can't fool this heart that thinks for me.
I've mortgaged all my castles in the air. I've telegraphed and phoned you, sent an airmail special too. Your answer was goodbye, and there was even postage due. I fell in love
Just once and then it had to be with you. Everything happens to me. Maybe one day your luck will change and you'll find romance and won't that be strange?
At first I thought that love would end this jinx for me. I had this fantasy that love would find a way to end despair. But now I just can't fool this heart that thinks for me. I've mortgaged all my castles in the air. I've telegraphed and phoned you, sent an airmail special too. They told me your answer was a goodbye. There was even postage due. I fell in love just once, and then I had to do that with you. Everything is always happening to me. Merci, merci bien. Ah. Thank you. Aha. Voici le coup de grâce. This is a composition of Cole Porter's. It's arranged by Joe Lipman, and Charlie Parker eats it up. He has dîner.
Here is Charlie Parker's DNA. Night and day.
I know that you all stay from these and chat with someone.
All the night and the day, you are the one. Nobody else except you beneath the moon and under the sun. And whether you were near or whether we're far, it won't matter where you are. I think of you. I'm talking night and day, day and night. Pretty much this is so. Somebody tell me why this longing for you will follow wherever I care to go. In the roar of the traffic will boom, or the silence of my lonely room, I think of you. Both night and day.
Hey, you better heart out. There's such a hungry yearning burning inside of me, and no doubt
I'm a little one, baby, till I'm finished loving you. It's a that way, it's single night and day. Hey, night and day.
like every single day and night. Night and day, it just goes on this way. You think the love will let you have a let up, but if you breathe the rhythm, heart's rock, Cupid's little set up. A step of that dirt, and there's a storm in your heart, and a feeling you wish you had never met up. You know how together that a hand in the glove is, but that's how unnatural this in love is. And also says we don't run around with the face to make it let never show you where above is. My time, all through the day, daytime, always goes on forever. Time, day, time, and such fast as life victorious love.
You know, if I ever be like a body, it's a live torture, really involved. And the matter sometimes you made it love storm me. Or we could till find a way to lighten up the spirit and smoke it to the listen. It's almost soft enough to settle nerves. Good together, the bird that lost a feather. There's a funny little feeling right in my heart. And the money makes such a hard when you're generally to be. You know, I never have to stop it off. Happiness to lose you. Where were you two? What a lot of misery lost left my mind. You really got your nose hanging over.
There's a white night, day and night.
What else can I say? I bet $2 on the hollow, Lord have mercy. What do you bet that after all this is? You have a ball to live your heart and have fun. What'll you bet me? What'll you bet me? I'm giving up. You want to get me? And the bet with it. It's only total song. It doesn't matter. Oh, but I wish you didn't feel it. I like to hand it to you on a simple platter of condition. Kind of pathetic. What I went around, I'm on a commission. Pretty soon I got to give it up. The man is giving me Oscars and right and do it. I know nobody who does it to me. Night and day. Night and day. Our rhythm section, Larry Golding's on piano. Tyler Mitchell on bass. Jimmy Cobb on drums. Our singers, Michelle Hendricks. Aria Hendricks. Kevin Burke. Judith Hendricks. Thank you very much. Here's Count Basie, Kansas City, Missouri. I gotta go, I wanna blow, I gotta go, I wanna blow, hello, without a fun, go home, I gotta run, Lord, little ratchet, there ain't no motel, I'll tell you where the place is. Bet you never heard of such a groovy hotel. I'm moving in, you're breaking in, I gotta go, wanna blow, I gotta go, whenever I wanna move, whenever I had a better groove, I gotta go, I wanna blow, I gotta go, I never had a better, never had, I gotta go, I wanna blow, I gotta go, I don't even know all the rest, man, I really do a lot of it.
Right now, the Phil Woods Quartet. Mr. Hal Galper on piano, Steve Gilmore on the bass. Bill Goodwin on drums. On alto saxophone, Phil Woods.
My fondest memory of Bird is the kindness that he treated young musicians. I knew Bird a little bit, but only peripherally. I remember being in Charlie's Tavern. He'd always ask me if I had lunch. You know, the common accepted dogma is that he would always hit you up for money, but he never borrowed any money from me. He would, if anything, the opposite was true. He would offer to make sure you had lunch, and very kind. We jammed once together. I was in doubt about my saxophone. He played it. I had no more doubts anymore. The horn was fine. The mouthpiece seemed to be working quite well. Thank you very much. Merci bien. Good evening, bonsoir. We're going to do a ballad that Bird is famous for recording, and this is called My Old Flame.
Good evening, bonsoir.
Hal Galper on the piano. Steve Gilmore on the bass. Bill Goodwin on drums. Bill Woods on the saxophone.